You ever been in a place so dark you thought God couldn't find you there? I'm talking about in the empty space, empty void, like he can't find you. Because that was me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, that was me. And the place I found him, the very place I found him was prison. Yeah, bro, welcome back. You know, it's good seeing you again. But you know me, I got another story to tell. You know, something to tell you, about me reconnecting with God in prison, behind those walls, whatever you want to call it. You ever been in a place so dark you thought God couldn't find you there? I'm talking about in the empty space, empty void, like he can't find you. Because that was me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, that was me. And the place I found him, the very place I found him was prison. I didn't find him in church, even though I grew up in church, baptized in church, prophesied in church. I was out there doing my street thing, you know what I mean? I was out there on the streets, hustling, doing what I did, I didn't find him when my life was good, I didn't find him then. I found him behind bars when I was at my worst. My very worst, you know what I mean? And when I got locked up, I thought that was the end of my story. I figured I deserved whatever came, shame, silence, isolation, all of it. But one thing, I wasn't mad at God. I just thought he forgot about me. And it was a loud and lonely at the same time. It was loud, lonely. You heard doors slam shut. You know how prison is. People yelling, COs yelling, people getting high off that K2, people getting drunk off buck, people playing cards, people doing their thing, watching TV. You know how the prison life goes. If you've been there or if you've known somebody to go there, you feel like you're just fading, man. That's how I felt. I felt like I was fading until one night I just whispered. I said, God, if you really real, I need you. And that wasn't a prayer. How I said it like it was survival. That was survival. That's what I thought. There was this one guy in there named Marcus. Man had a life sentence. I didn't know at the time he had a life sentence because he was acting like he was going home in 5 months. You got some inmates in there that, they got this vibe, they got this humble spirit, like they're going home the next month. And with actuality, they're never coming, coming back home. So, but he always smiled like he was free. That's what always got me. He just smiled like he was free, like everything was good, And I asked him, I said, why are you so calm in this place? He said, you know what he said? He said, because I ain't here alone. God's with me. That really got me when he said that. The man said, he's not there alone. God is with him. Like, how could he have peace in a place built to destroy you? That was on my mind. That was crazy too. So, Marcus gave me this beat up Bible. It looked like it had been through some things, war, beat up, So I started flipping through it, not looking for no answers, just killing time, because that's all you do. That's all you got is time. But the Bible wasn't just a book. Nah, it wasn't just a book. It started speaking to me, and God didn't wait for me to get clean or perfect. He met me in the dirt, in the mud, unclean, unstable, I didn't start praying like a preacher. Y'all know how I do it. I don't pray like no preacher or try to preach like no preacher. I prayed like a man hanging on by a thread, And God, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here. That's what I told him. I said, I'm here. I'm broken, but I'm listening. And he showed up in those prayers. He showed up when I spoke. Not with magic, not with no miracle, but with presence, peace. Like someone finally sitting beside me in the cell, and I ain't talking about no inmate, and I ain't talking about no homeboy. I'm talking about like a spiritual being, a spiritual feeling, a presence, I really didn't feel like I was alone no more. And the hardest part, it wasn't during the time. The hardest part was forgiving myself. I thought I was the worst thing. I thought that was the worst thing I ever done. That's what I thought. I thought it was the worst thing I ever done. But God kept reminding me, that's not your name. That's not your ending. Grace isn't perfect for people. It's for the ones who know they're not. And when I got out, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I got out, people expected me to go back to my old life. But something in me actually changed. I had changed this time. I wasn't walking out alone. That same peace I found in prison, it walked out with me. Now, every single day I wake up and say, God, I still need you. And guess what? He still shows up. So, if you out there thinking you've gone too far, done too much, and that God's tired of you, listen to me. He's not. He never left. He still wants you. And you don't need to be in church or perfect or cleaned up to come back. No, you don't have to. You just need to say, God, I'm here. That's where it starts. That whisper in the dark saved my life. And it could save yours too. So I am very glad to share this story with you. And I'm glad to be here to do that, because being behind those walls, people don't come home. Majority of us don't come home safe. Either we end up dead or we end up messed up from smoking or drinking things that we ain't supposed to be doing in the prison, you know, brain dead or whatever. You know, some people come home crippled. Some people come home messed up. I witnessed this, I seen this. But I came back home safe, untouched. And it's been like that through all my years. And that's when I finally realized that God been with me. But God been so good to me. You know, he's been very good to me, you know, since birth. You know, he's been watching me all this time. He's been there. And I've been ignoring. You know, I've been ignoring it. But I finally reconnected with him, you know, in prison. And let me tell you, it's a wonderful feeling. Just like the prodigal son, I'm back. So my message to you, be kind, stay in that Bible, stay humble, stay positive, keep God with you. I'm Woody. May God bless you.